talking about the real biggest in the rap game right now, DDG just finished up his hit-a-thon. I think that DDG is one of the more interesting people when you zoom out of obviously controversy and music as a content creator. I saw he sat down, did 360 with Speedy Morin, and he said he himself is probably a top 5 content creator ever. And I agree with that wholeheartedly. I was someone who saw the come up from like watching like him on YouTube to where he is now. And I think that he's always been like, this whole era of streamers and what makes them all cool is like the relatability. And I think a lot of like young kids can look at them and be like, oh, this dude is cool, normal, not corny, and is doing this internet shit. I think DDG's always been that. And I think that what he's done and has been able to monetize this and also been very transparent about it. So you can really see all the changes in his life, how he's grown, how he's put his family on. I think it's really, really dope. And I think it's inspirational. So I enjoyed seeing this. I enjoyed seeing him. He went live for 7 straight days to finish his album. And then also said that when he got to 40,000 subs, he was going to cut his dreads. I think it's funny that he set his sub goal at 40,000 knowingly because that would just put him right above Plaque Max, who I think has been the hottest streamer of this year. So I kind of was like, there's a little bit of ego attached to that, but I think DDG has always been transparent and you've seen it, even if he hasn't always talked about it or admitted it. Ego's a big thing with him. But he accomplished it. He did it. He hit the 40K. Bro chopped his hair. He got on the wave. You know what I mean? I started shit. You see how niggas copy me.
Yeah.
You see how everybody cut their hair out, they cut at my hair, but let me not. But yeah, how did you guys feel about it? Did you tune in?
Yeah, I tuned in a couple times. I couldn't really tune into the whole thing, but I really was impressed, to be honest. Because when I did tune in, I'm not saying that like the whole thing was like the most entertaining thing ever. I think if you're streaming for 24 hours, 7 days a week, like there are going to be some moments where there are lulls, but not even really knowing. It's funny, I'm a content creator now too, but I will say I'm not very knowledgeable about the people in content creation. When he made that top 5 statement, I was like, damn, I don't even know if I could name a top 5 confidently because I don't know if I have the knowledge. But I feel like his ability to entertain and to continue going and just have that battery in your back where you're just not going to stop and even have the cameras rolling when you're sleeping, I think that's a crazy skill. And knowing that he also came from YouTube originally and like is coming over to Twitch and doing this, like the dude didn't have like the most amount of subs. You know what I mean? Like there's even a clip of, I think it was Deshaun Frost, maybe someone else. Deshae, sorry, my bad. Deshae Frost making fun of him because he had like 6,000 subs at one point. You know what I mean? Like it's all on the content side is definitely all earned, not given. And I feel like it's like the concept of combining like the music with the streaming. I think he like effortlessly did it, you know?
I mean, I think that what's cool about him is I think you see a lot of creators try to talk about what they do in a very like intelligent way and like try to break it down for their fan bases. And I don't think all of them know how to put it into words. I think DDG has excellently and eloquently went A to Z how he's done everything and will tell you about it before he does it.
Yeah.
So like when he saw the Kai shit, he was like, okay, now I understand that with the streaming shit, it's about doing it for a long time and you have to spend money on production. You can't, if you want to make money, if you want to get this shit, you have to actually have activities to where you're not even always being engaging or on, but you just have to pay to have people come through, events going on, something. You have to entertain people with things, even if it's not just you, and you just have to stay live the whole time.
Yeah.
Sleeping, whatever, you just gotta go the entire time or whatever.
Yeah.
And I think that what was really funny for me was the YouTube shit because he has 4 different channels, over 3 million viewers or 3 million subscribers. And then if you look at him when he started the vlogs, you know, he was editing them at first and doing the whole thing and chopping it down. And then once he got really big and famous and had that consistent following, he was, wait, if I do longer videos, that's more ads. So he started posting daily vlogs with no edits, no cuts, 3 hours long.
That's so crazy.
Every single day. And was going stupid and would tell niggas exactly why he was doing it.
Yeah.
And it was like, I think it was so easy to support him because it wasn't like someone was hiding something or like trying to do like, you know what I mean? Like pull a trick on you or anything, or like just like finesse or make lazy content. He was very transparent. He's like, I'm going to put a bunch of ads in this because I want to make more money.
Yeah.
And if you want to fuck with me, like I'm going to still move around and do shit. Like you guys are going to get to come with me. You know, my life is interesting, but this is what I'm doing. And if you want to rock with it, rock with it. And if you don't, okay.
Yeah. There's an honesty and a transparency, even when it comes to like the stuff with the ego. Like, I think like he kind of sees the world as content, it feels like.
Yes.
Which, you know, sometimes doesn't really play in his favor. Like, I think all the stuff that, you know, went on in like, you know, I guess across his relationships, you know what I'm saying? And then also with his family, like, you know, sometimes it does feel like, at least for me personally, do I want to put all that information and all that stuff out there and like turn it into content and kind of like put people I know in the limelight like that? But then it also allows people like Woo Wop to be a thing where it's like, what, that's his little cousin or his nephew? Or?
Yeah, that's his cousin's son. So I don't know.
Yeah. So yeah, I don't know you would call that, but it's like now he's able to put his family in position
Exactly.
at even a young age, you know what I mean? And like really continue to build his own like business and empire. So I don't know. I really enjoyed the hit-a-thon. I liked all the guests. I thought some of the guests were mad funny.
Yeah.
Like I was like, these people are mad. Right
Who was on there?
The Baby, Bia, Queen Naija, Shabuzi,
Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa was on there. Yeah.
Nice.
Who else? I feel like
He
we're
was
missing
bringing
someone.
girls on
Mon.
every.
Mon was on there too. Yeah. Who else, bro? Yeah, there were a bunch of random girls, but I don't know. I'm assuming they're all content creators too.
Yeah.
Shout out him, bro.
Yeah.
Shout out him.
Yeah,
It's-
big
and what
shout
he's
out,
built is incredible. It's crazy. It blows my mind. There are people that will watch a 3-hour vlog every day. How is there an audience for that? How, like, I ask myself that a lot of the questions about live streaming too. How are there audiences for that? Who just sits around and watches this content all day?
I think it becomes background content for people at a time.
Yeah.
And I think people don't have, you know how we have like a bunch of podcasts we listen to or like a bunch of music we listen to?
Yeah.
There's some people that like,
Just want to watch DDG live his life.
or like just want to, you know, I equate it to like the people who watch like, who listen to like 5 songs like all the time, or like a couple albums, or like aren't constantly searching for new music. You know,
Yeah.
it's just like, this is my entertainment. It's like, it's probably like comfort shit for them. You know what I mean? Like I could turn my brain off. I don't have to think about this. I don't have to go searching for new things. You know what I mean? I could go play this and go about my day, whether it's, you know. Now, do I want to hear DDG in the background while I'm cooking a meal for my family? Probably not. You know, like it's just, you know, but
Yeah,
that's some people's bag.
I'm judging you if we pull up to your house and you throw on the 3-hour DDD day in a life vlog. I'm so sorry. I don't want to come on and hate, but I'm judging the fuck out of you.
No, but okay. So 2 things to your point. One, we want to find those people.
I know.
We wanted to find those people for sure. So
Cut this out, maybe.
No, we don't got to cut it out.
Yeah.
I think it's part of the process, but I think it's like, yeah, we definitely want to find those people. And I do pray that there's an audience out there that is interested in watching like content like that from us. Cause I think that that's really like the next phase, obviously this phase, but you know, we can do so much more. And then 2, the content game is interesting because I felt that way almost, but I don't even remember when this happened. In college, I met this girl, super pretty, and I was like, want to get to know a little bit more. I think one day, like we were hanging out just on some casual shit, and we were about to eat, and she like threw on like a mukbang video,
That's crazy.
and I was just like, wait, what's going on right now? And she's like, yeah, like I eat to mukbang videos. It makes me feel like comfort, whatever.
We're eating together. It's like we're having a meal.
Exactly. And that was like, no offense, such a turnoff to me. I was like, yo, this is crazy. Like, I'm watching somebody else eat. This is really,
you hear them eat.
You hear them eat, the noise and everything. This is really uncomfortable. I'm never doing this again.
Yeah.
But I think that these things exist for a reason. They have millions of views for a reason, because people are actually watching it and engaging with it. And so I don't think that we definitely shouldn't like be passing judgment. It's more just on we should be maybe trying to reach them, because I don't know. I would never really watch that.
And I have two things also. One, how do you think people feel when they walk in and you have on the 3.5 hour Joe Budden podcast?
Well, I think it's different.
Why?
Because they're talking about things.
No, they're not.
Yeah, they are.
A lot of the time they're not, and we both know that. Niggas don't be talking about nothing, and because he, in the videos, be talking shit too.
Yeah.
Talking about whatever, you know what I mean? It's just whose perspective do you care about? I was never like, once again, I grew up watching the like YouTube videos, you know what I mean? So when we started doing the vlogs, I've never been a vlog type of person. But then for me, someone who never really understood the content game as a young person, but knew that, oh my God, I see this person who looks like me providing for his family, not having to go to work and doing some boring shit, look like he's doing fly shit, looks like, you know what I mean? This is aspirational, low key, gave me like clues to be like, this is how you do it.
Yeah, no, he's dope.
And then
everything he did is dope. I'm not saying.
No, I'm saying in the videos.
Yeah.
I think that there was moments, and like he would title them also in interesting ways, like how to get money. Like, you know what I mean? Like he was really like giving young people in this content space game on how to do it if they wanted to come up. And I think that was what was really cool to me. And again, like mad long. So like there's like stupid shit in there. So you're not like fucking watching the whole thing.
Yeah.
But like if you watch the first like 10, 15 minutes of these videos, like he would actually be like talking about some relevant shit. And I'd be like, oh, this is pretty helpful actually. And it's giving me like some guidance into like, obviously not like how to approach real life, but how to approach content, how to approach social media, how to build up a following on YouTube and things like that, you know? I think there might have even been a point when he was like everyone else, like selling like a course or some shit on like this stuff. Like there is something to be learned from this space. And I think that for me, watching these people, watching a lot of like, even like, I'm not watching a full stream of anybody, but clicking on them, seeing them, interacting with that content has made it easier for me to also do that stuff now. Watching a lot of podcasts.
Yeah, as a content creator.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
Going back to the girl watching the mukbang videos. Do you guys find bad taste in content as a turnoff?
I would say yes, based off of the story, yes.
Miles, are you judging someone? Like, are you less interested in someone based on the content they consume?
It depends. It can't all be bad. If you have some bad content, it's okay. But if all of your content is bad, yes.
Yeah.
But I'm like, because I used to be like, you know what I mean? I love my queen. You know what I mean? I used to think that I'd have to like be with someone who's really into music.
Yeah.
And got fine music taste.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Like my girlfriend listens to some good music. If I put her on a good song, she'll enjoy it. She be playing like musicals and bullshit and like watching musicals.
Yeah.
I will tell her that shit is trash, bro.
Yeah.
I'm never doing that shit. Like I'm off that, you know? But then she'll also like put me on to some fire other shit, like a YouTube video that she's watching. I'm like, oh, that was actually entertainment. Or like when like she'll like send me a reel. Like if someone is sending you reels, or like TikToks, and they're all trash, then I'm like, yo, my nigga, what did you consider? Like that's not even funny, bro. Like get off my phone with that bullshit. Like, I'm off that. But like if you're funny in some way or have some entertaining shit to be like, okay, like this person's personality isn't completely trash. Like, you know what I mean? Like everything you consume is bad.
Yeah.
You're good. But you can't. Yeah, mukbang is terrible. If you watch mukbangs, I'll say that. I think you're weird as shit.
I think it's all in moderation. I think of everything like a diet. You know what I'm saying? Like I think we're all constantly on diets, and what we consume in any form is affecting who we are as people. Whether it's the food we eat, the music we listen to, the people we talk to, the content we consume, it's all manifesting in our personalities and in how we are perceived by the outside world. So yes, I think every part of your diet, your musical diet, your content diet, your food diet is important to who you become. So I am pretty concerned, not pretty concerned, I'm moderately concerned about every aspect of the diet of the people I'm around.